Can anybody guess what this thing is? I'll tell you right now, not as well packed as I thought it would have been. It's actually really well packed. Never mind. I take that back. Straight out of the UK, mate. From my family's homeland. Right. Right-hand drive steering rack for the IS300. So I got the left-hand drive steering rack out of the Lexus. I'm probably going to use this low pressure side, this one right here. It's definitely not long enough. Probably what I'll do is, I believe these are -10 or -8, and I'll just buy the fitting with the push lock type hose. And for this one, since the power steering is going to be on around here, I'm thinking maybe if I unbend that and made that straight right there instead of having it bent, it might be long enough to reach the pump. What's really nice about having this extra left-hand drive IS300 steering rack is that it actually fits on the Drift Evo. And also Drift Evo uses stock IS300 inner tie rods, so I'll have 2 spare for the Evo, and there'll also be spares for the Lexus since they both use the same inner tie rods. The reason why you can't just take that steering rack and flip it over is the way the gearing is made inside. So this one, the tie rods are in front of the subframe, so it's the front of the wheel that pivots on the point. So if you take a left-hand drive steering rack that's normally on the firewall side, or on the other side of the wheel, basically, that pivots on another axis, if you put it, twist it around 180 degrees, then when you pivot, it has, and it's in front, it'll be like a right-hand drive steering rack. So that's why I use the Lexus rack, because I had one laying around. I had a left-hand drive Lexus steering rack, and whereas this one is behind the subframe, or at the back of the wheel. You guys can see the tie rods in the back of the wheel instead of in the front of the wheel. So basically it pivots on this point. This is what turns the wheel and not in front. So the gearing is different on this right-hand drive rack to get it to turn. I did hit a speed bump. Basically the rack doesn't bolt on because this is a left-hand drive subframe. So I got 2 options. Option 1 is to cut this and this off and basically flip them, or the simpler route is just to buy a right-hand drive subframe, which is probably what I'm going to do, because I think I've seen one for $100 on eBay from Toronto, I believe. So I had saved it in my favorites just in case that the rack wouldn't bolt up. The reason it doesn't bolt up is the top bolt and the bottom bolt don't have the same spacing. So on that one it's a lot smaller, and on that side it's a lot wider, so I can't bolt it on. Oh well. I'm one of the only guys that's taken a left-hand drive Lexus to put it right. I seen another guy do it, but he literally took all the spot welds in the firewall, took the firewall out, welded in the right-hand drive firewall, and he had a whole front lip, so he had the dash, firewall, subframe, and everything. So he was pretty lucky. I'm definitely have to get the subframe now. I put it up on axle stands just because I didn't want to put the wheels back on and have them like both 100% towed out like a dumbass. Yeah, so I guess the next thing I could work on today is the gas pedal. It's my day off. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Still got a shovel because we got a bit of snow yesterday. Just you guys can see. Not much. I don't even know if it's worth taking the snowblower out. The freaking garbage can guy put my recycling bin in the garbage can. Thanks, asshole. Alright, I just made an offer on a steering rack. Not a steering rack. A subframe. So they were asking 139, so 170 Canadian, and I offered 100. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna come back with another offer saying, I don't know, 150 Canadian. Like, whatever, I'll buy it at 170 bucks because that's pretty cheap. And they're in Toronto, so it's like almost next day shipping. Well, I didn't really film much. I was trying to get as most action as I could. I know I told you guys that I have to get the subframe. So I'm in the mix of ordering the subframe. Next thing I did was make a bracket to hold the gas pedal and pass the wire through. The pedals seem to be lining up pretty good. The clutch pedal, I feel like it's too forward, so I might have to do something with that. And this one might not be. Actually, no, the gas pedal feels pretty good. I really need to get the seat in mounted properly, and I need to get the dash mounted also. And we're gonna cut and weld. Well, we're gonna cut off my steering column bracket that I made here, because I want to make something a little nicer. I didn't make the back support, and I didn't make any support. It's basically just tack welds right now. So we're just gonna chop those off, and we're gonna redo this section. But the gas pedal's done, and that's pretty complete. I don't believe that the wire is gonna be long enough to get to the throttle body. That's not there. It's here. I mean, we'll have to see. Maybe it's gonna be a tight fit. Anyways, I might just end up using the one out of the S14, the Corolla one that I had. Basically, the guy that was gonna buy my S14, I kind of told him, like, forget about it. I've been waiting for a compression test on a RB, supposed to give me in a trade, since like beginning of November. He finally sent it to me yesterday, and like, I think 3 cylinders were at 120, one was at 130, 115, another one, and one was like 85, barely, not even 90. It didn't hit the 90. So I was like, yeah, there's something like ring lands or cracked pistons. So I told him, like, forget about it. Gave him back his deposit, and I have some other guy coming to pick it up, so it's gonna stay in the family pretty much. Yeah, so we'll definitely be seeing my S14 around next summer, which is weird. So that's all I can do for today. We'll continue this video sometime this weekend. I think that's a good plan. Hey, so we're back. Let's see here for a second. So I thought I'd show you guys my purchases. I ordered myself the Altezza subframe. I tried to get it for 120 instead of 170. Finally, he went back and he did a counter offer, and I said, whatever, let's do it. I need it anyways, so 154. I've also thought about something when I was working on the I thought about something when I was doing some research on the Evo the other day. So I was doing a bit of research, reading the AEM manual again, how to wire up the AEM ECU, and I think I might have found another problem besides the injectors that I need to buy. So I've already ordered the parts that I need to fix it. Basically, your cam and crank sensor need to have the signal wire needs to have a shielded wire. Now, the reason why I think I might be having a little bit of interference, and the reason why the car's not starting also is probably because of that non-shielded wire. Here, I'll come show you guys. So basically, the wiring harness, the way it works, my ECU is there. The wiring goes for the cam sensor right here in the back of the block. Since it's so short and it's not near any other sensors, I do not believe we have interference going for the cam sensor, which is reason why I believe when I'm cranking it over, I can see the RPMs moving. But here lies the problem. Take this cover off. Here is the crank sensor wire. So basically the wire goes here, goes through all this, goes to here and into here. Now the problem with this is there's interference from these 4 coil packs. It's so near, and then when it's trying to explode and sending the signals to the coil packs, that it's probably the signal is getting cut up. And the signal is probably getting cut up on its way to the crank sensor or to the ECU, which is probably why I'm not actually seeing anything with the crank. So for the crank sensor, I'm going to wire it so it goes underneath the block here, not near any other sensors. And also I'm going to change the harness for some grounded shielded wire, basically. So more to that. Once I have that, I'll be able to do that, and we should be good. Probably why you guys have came to my video today is to see these things. E46 angle blocks. Basically these are replicas of the PMC kit that they sell on eBay. I think the PMC kit's 200 bucks. And these ones are like 60 bucks, I believe. This goes on your knuckle. It shortens the distance of the tie rod and also fixes the Ackerman. Just want to let you guys know, I didn't buy this. These are Ryan's. I wanted to test them out on the Evo just to see what it would do. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to jack it up, take the wheels off, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to take off my, I got rack spacers, 1-inch rack spacers, because right now the tie rods are all the way, they're max compressed. I don't know if I'll get a good shot of that. The tie rods are all the way maxed in that way and as far as they can go on the other way. So I got to take off my 1-inch rack spacers because these would have needed on a BMW shorter tie rods. So I'm gonna have to take off my 1-inch rack spacers, and I don't believe 1-inch rack spacers can be good anyways. So I'm gonna have to get Joe to make me some 5mm rack spacers. I've been reading that anything over 5mm on an IS is not good, and since this is an IS 300 rack, it's not good. So I'm gonna clean up here a bit. Got the heater going. It's actually really hot in this area. It's awesome. It's -20 outside and I can work comfortably. It's weird. So what I'll do is I'll clean up the stuff here so I can get access. Then I'll turn the wheels and I'll show you guys my angle that I have right now. So as you can see, the angle on this wheel compared to this wheel is sticking out way more. So basically the trailing wheel is scrubbing speed. Normally this is like ideal drift setup. So basically this is like a stock how you would like to drive in the street setup. For drifting it's maybe not the best just because you're always dragging speed with this wheel here. Even if this kit doesn't give you angle, it would definitely give you more, give you a better Ackerman. I'm gonna jack the car up, take the wheel off, and install this angle block. Okay. I mean, I'm surprised here for a second. I took out this 1-inch spacer, and I've come into one little thing I'm gonna have to fix, and it's not even the. I mean, just check this out. This is what I had about before, maybe even a little bit more, but hey, we can keep fucking going. Holy crap. That's a shit ton of angle. And the reason why I can't go more inside, and I'll show you guys why. But that's a shit ton of angle. That's just like, I took off. Alright, so the problem is right here. You can see my ball joint is lower and it's actually touching this the control arm at the top. So this little knuckle mod thing, little angle block, you take off your tie rod, you undo the bolt at the bottom, and you slip the spacer on top. You bolt it down here and you bolt it there with the provided bolt, You bolt in this thing. I mean, I haven't even done an alignment yet. But okay, so the wheel is about straight. That wheel is pretty straight. This one might be a bit towed out, but you definitely want to tow out. But look at this. I mean, this is maybe what we had before. Damn. I just inverted my ball joint, even though it doesn't really go like that. I have a little problem here with it binding because the bolt isn't long enough to space the... I don't have enough spacers, basically. I don't know if you can see that. All the way in there. Like, the ball joint isn't long enough. I got these ball joint bolts right here. But I mean, the angle's still there. I just had to force it to its movement. And let's go side. Boom. I'd say that's pretty freaking good. Now this, taking into consideration, is without my custom lower control arms, no alignment, nothing. Gives a hell of a lot more angle. But I think I'm gonna have some problems with offsets and rubbing if I ran something like this. Oh, I'm just about to run out of propane. Huh. No rubbing on that side. Oh, just ran out of propane and propane accessories. So I think that's going to be cutting the video short for today. But check this out. Got no rubbing here. It's so close to rubbing, but it's not. So, I don't know. eBay angle for the win? It definitely helps with the Ackerman. They seem to be pretty straight. Let me take pictures. Alright, so in conclusion, I don't know if these things work really. I don't know if they actually do give me more angle or not. I'll have to review the footage and see the Ackerman and stuff and the pictures of how the wheel is. I was also starting to do this thing right here. Basically I was trying to see, because this is what I want to use for my ball joint, and that's the new ball joint bolt. So basically I'll have a spacer here, a spacer here, and we'll have to see where exactly that lines up. I don't know. So I don't know exactly if that they give angle or not, so I'll definitely have to check that out. But yeah, I definitely got to take these Christmas decorations down, especially now we're in February. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it there for tonight, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a little cold in the garage tonight. I ran out of propane the other day. I want to finish out this video. So, my subframe, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. So my subframe is now in Ottawa, in transit, Ottawa, 13 hours ago. So I'm thinking I should get it maybe sometime this week, which would be good. It'd be something to do next weekend. I had originally ordered a Willwood reverse mount brake pedal, but damn company, the company Great Buy American LLC has 95.8% positive feedback. So I order it, whatever. It was like a really good special they had on it. So 2 days go by. I messaged them. I'm like, hey, you guys have marked this as shipped, and I'm just like on a deadline here. I want to know what's going on. Can you please just send me the tracking number if you guys forgot, or when are you going to ship it? They messaged me back, oh, our manager forgot to ship it out. We'll issue you a refund and send you the item for free. So I'm like, sweet. A couple of days go by. And then they marked it as shipped, like right away. I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not shipped. It's Sunday. I messaged them a couple of days later. I'm like, hey, I still don't have the tracking. No response. A couple of days later, hey guys, I just needed the tracking because I really want to know when this item's going to go. Because I'm shipping everything to my US address to go pick it up and save on shipping. Because everything pretty much shipped to the States is free shipping. And then all I got to do is go over the border, pick it up, bring it back here, and then they like save a lot on duty, shipping, and a lot of places won't ship to Canada. So I just get it shipped to my US address, go pick it up there. So I open up a claim with PayPal, get my money back, everything's good. Now I'm out of a pedal. So I've been thinking about it, and I think a reverse mounted pedal, like it would have worked, but I think I'm just gonna go through the firewall. So I ordered another one through the firewall this time. This one's coming from Ohio, so it's a lot closer too. Anyways, this company, Racing Parts Ohio, has 100% positive feedback, so hopefully I'll get that pedal shipped to my US address so I can go pick it up and then finally install it in the Lexus and get the Lexus all three pedals done, because now we have the clutch pedal, we have the gas pedal, and we're only going to be missing the brake pedal. Also, since the S14 is sold, I will be contacting my tuner to get injectors, because my tuner said he had some injectors that could work for the Evo, high impedance injectors. And also, like I said, I had to get that shielded wire to do the crank angle sensor and the cam angle sensor I'm going to redo, just to make sure that there's no interference. All sensors normally should have shielded wires just to not have any interference from engine noise, knocking, etc., etc. A lot of you guys know this YouTuber. His name is Monkey London. He liked one of my pictures on Instagram of my random Subaru daily. Monkey London! So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna leave this video off here, since I'm not really gonna work on anything this week. I might work on the Lexus dash a bit, since I just went to get myself some fiberglass body filler. And we're gonna start molding the top of the dash. And then we'll be able to trim off the rest of the pieces that I don't need, and then flock it. Like I was saying, I also need to figure out something to do with the steering column. It's maybe not at the right height that I want it. Might have to go a bit lower. But first I gotta finish the pedals. I gotta put the sliders for the seat. We're gonna be using the seat out of Fred's car, because that's the type of seat I want to get. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite car is, or what kind of car that you guys are working on. Also, I am going to be doing a big YouTube video, shout out video if you want, like what YouTubers I think are not maybe as well known, and what I watch basically all the time, and their videos are pretty rad, and you guys should go check them out. Another thing, I just started a Patreon, guys. If you guys want to go, I put the link down below. You guys want to support the channel. You like my footage, you like the Evo, you like the Miata, you like the Lexus in the back, you like my daily Subaru. I know Monkey London does, nom nom. And yeah, we're just going to be popping out more videos every week. I have a video coming out every Monday. You guys just have to subscribe and check. So definitely subscribe to me if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up, right? Yeah, let me know down below what kind of cars you guys are working on over the winter. I still got like a big solid 2 months of winter left, so I'm gonna tackle the Evo, gonna tackle the Lexus really hard to get both cars done. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see more of the Evo, or if you want to see more of the Lexus. I know I'm concentrating more on the Lexus just because it's like really easy to do, and the Evo is pretty much just waiting on injectors. Yeah, but definitely if you guys want to help the channel out, hit the links below, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.
Stand up like a soldier, baby. Yeah, I know you built like that. Gun it like a holster, baby.